Yeah, there we are.
Hey!
Hey, Rob.
Well, you know what? Hi, everybody. Hey, I'm going to do this first. Welcome, everybody. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, and welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show. And tonight, after the show, please stick around after tonight's show for Kvetchmas Carol, where Steve and I do bad jokes and weird songs. So it's like this show, but holiday themed. All right, start it up.
In a cabin going crazy cause a flu that's worse than swine swept the planet, so damn it, here we are in quarantine.
Hello, and welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. Here are some etiquette guidelines for Virtual Comedy Show. Please arrive 15 minutes early. Please be quiet, except for laughing. We've been a Zoom meeting civilization for more than a year. Come on, you know the drill. Just be polite. We would like to see your face as part of the audience. Let's be social, not just distant. So get comfortable, plan to laugh, but not heckle, and let's make our semi-quarantined world a bit more normal for a little while. Thanks, and enjoy the Virtual Comedy Show.
Hey everyone! It's time for the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Brad Tassell and Steve Goodie. Tonight, Brad and Steve welcome their very special guest,
Bill Van T!
live from their respective vaccinated homes. And now, please welcome Brad Tassell!
It's me! Yay! Everybody turn your mics up to laugh and your brains down to stupid, because that's what these jokes will be. Hi, I'm Brad Tassell. I'm from the live theater, and somebody said to me it's a little early for the Christmas stuff, and I say, bah humbug to that. I'm already ready for Christmas. Anybody else? Ready?
Ooh, yeah.
I'm listening to Christmas music. I'm doing the whole deal, and there's so many wonderful things to talk about. And I'm also ready for Hanukkah. Steve, Hanukkah's early this year. What are the dates?
It is. Yeah, it started, I think, in September, and it goes
That's right.
until Valentine's Day.
That's Valentine's Day. So there's over 77 nights of Hanukkah this year. So jump in and light your candles and burn your house down. Okay. Well, we've got a fantastic show, and it starts right after I finish these jokes. So let's start doing that and get it out of the way. Hey, did you see this right off the bat? The International Space Station received a message recently. Take cover! See that? Did you see that? As Russia tested a new satellite destroying missile system that sent debris rocketing towards the station. The astronauts in the station huddled in the SpaceX spacecraft and the Russian spacecraft in the station just in case the regular station was torn apart by shrapnel. The Russian cosmonauts were heard to mutter, "I told you not to click the giggle emoji on Leader Putin's shirtless Instagram." He's coming to get him. Okay.
How did Dracula get on this space station?
That was the word. It's the only accent I've got. And by the way, whenever I do deer, it's Bill Clinton. Okay, anyway. Now, NASA called the test reckless and irresponsible. It also endangered the Chinese space station. Now, the militaries in both USA and China said, man, why didn't we think of that? Because they're all warmongering.
Funny.
That was funny. Thank you very much. And by the way, Valerie, you look like you're actually coming back to normal. Like you had lost a lot of weight, and you look better. You look healthier, and we're proud of you. Thank you. All right. Hey, next joke. LeVar Burton. Who saw this? LeVar Burton will host a new Trivial Pursuit game show. Come on, everybody. That's amazing. And knowing that just won me a pink wedge.
Nah. Wow.
Oh, man, that was my favorite joke of the week. I'm screwed after that. Okay, here we go. I expected so much from you people. No, your fake laughing has gotten weak. Okay, here we go.
I've not yet begun to fake laugh.
By the way, where's Kevin and Liz? Okay, now.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't think you've heard this because I just saw it today. Seth Rogen has produced a series called Pam and Tommy, centered on the notorious sex tape from 1995 that was stolen from Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson's house and released. I'm sure we all remember that, right? The story is a dark and sexy drama that titillated the nation. By the way, if the singer and if the drummer and actress recreated the tape today, it would be a horror film. Because they're old and gross now. It wouldn't be. Okay. Man, I wrote a lot of jokes, and this was Hey, something everybody's waiting for, or no one. Starbucks and Amazon are teaming up for a business venture that will destroy Christmas forever. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I'm kidding. Anyway, maybe though. Actually, they are teaming up to create cashierless coffee shops in New York City. What happens is you order your drink or snack on the Starbucks app, and then the Seattle company takes 1/3 of your IRA. and then there's more. Amazon uses its new technology to make sure that the baristas can't access the bathroom for more than 7 seconds every 4 hours.
Oh.
Then you pick up your drink. Okay. That is not my favorite joke of the day. Okay. Hey, President Biden, whose short-term memory seems to vote Republican, forgot that he signed a climate pact just a week ago, and he sold 80 million acres of offshore oil leases in the Gulf of Mexico, mostly to Chevron and BP. Now, the U.S. made $191 million, and the money will be used to buy Dawn dish detergent to wash oil off of ducks. So, environmental groups feel betrayed, by the way, as do I a little bit, as Biden said he would stop offshore drilling. But the president said he had no choice because of a court order from 2020. Activists are skeptical that this is true, as courts rarely order oil. Okay. When I edit this joke, I'm cutting it off at ducks and putting that part up. Okay. Hey, there may be no joke here, but this story is incredible. Who has heard this? Mike Tyson recently said that he credits smoking toad venom 3 times a day for saving his life. You all look confused. You have not seen this? This is totally true. The venom is a hallucinogenic that the ex-champ says has taught him to be more creative, focused, and see death as beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Tyson said that he was 100 pounds overweight, abusing cocaine and alcohol, so smoking toad venom was a no-brainer. Or better yet, a what's left of my brainer.
Yeah.
So Tyson now keeps the toads on his ranch. I mean, and he closed the interview by saying, the toad's whole purpose is to reach your highest potential.
What?
What the hell are you smoking? Asked the toads. That story is totally true. And I didn't change one word of it. Okay. Hey. And in really scary news, Arizona GOP Representative Paul Gosar, I think is his name, Gosar, he's a Holocaust denier, an insurrectionist, and the poster child for why no nephews or nieces will come to Thanksgiving. I like it. On that one. I liked it too. He was censured by Congress for a video he posted of him violently murdering New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Did y'all see that? He then reposted the video after being censored because nothing looks cooler than an old creepy white guy murdering a 29-year-old woman. That's nothing better than that. But a comedian putting ketchup on a Trump mask is unforgivable.
Yeah.
By the way, the question most people have is, what is Dexter doing these days, and can he fit this guy into his schedule? Dexter is on that one, don't you? Dexter's back, season 5. By the way, the GOP is rallying around, no surprise, rallying around Gosar because he fills the violent misogynist space on the Republican bingo card. An interesting note. Gosser's brother Tim called him dangerous, unhinged, and reckless. And all of his other siblings, his 5 other siblings, campaigned for his opponent in 2018 because of his white nationalist stance and his racism. One of his siblings responded, "He's the really, really white sheep of the family." Very white and racist. Okay. And this is what people are putting in Congress. That's where we are in the world. Okay. Oh, now some wonderful news. The first Harry Potter film is 20 years old. Yay.
Wow.
And the cast and director, Chris Columbus, will get together to discuss the shoot. And they'll talk about where they were when they found out J.K. Rowling is in fact Dolores Umbridge.
Yeah.
Who knows what that was? Anybody? Not Eric. Okay.
I get it.
Good. Jim got it.
Listen to Steve's song, you'll find out.
That's right. Yeah.
Brad, hey Brad, if you want to crumple that one up and throw it into the fire behind you.
Yeah, I'm not crumpling.
We
Right,
haven't
I've
done
not
it
been crumpling. I'll do the next one. Britney Spears is free.
Yay!
Yay.
The singer this week was given her autonomy from the 14-year conservatorship under her father, Jamie. Spears said she has her first ATM card, right? She gets to drive her car again and has for the first time ever seen cash. Is that right? Yeah, she now has total control over her financial and her mental future. Total control. Oh, by the way, I've got some breaking news from September 2022. Britney Spears has just filed for bankruptcy and is riding a big wheel naked down Sunset Strip. A year from now. But really, though, Britney, 39, is now free to marry her fiancé, 27-year-old fitness trainer Steely McMoneygrabber. His actual name. Steely McMoneygrabber. All right, this is going too long, and I apologize, but I'm having fun this week, so I'm doing it. 2 Iranian hackers have been charged with intimidating U.S. voters by using sophisticated computer hacks to send thousands of emails to Democrats pretending to be the Proud Boys, threatening them, and posing as Proud Boys, sending messages on Facebook saying that Democrats were planning on editing mail-in ballots. The government knew the Proud Boys weren't involved when the word sophisticated was used.
Yeah.
The Proud Boys spokesman said, "Did somebody say fist?"
Yeah.
Sophisticated.
There's one for the fire.
Okay. All right. Hey, Steve, guess what? There's only 2 more.
Okay.
Okay. And good news for Steve Goodie. Steve, did you see this?
I did.
The Tennessee governor is inviting unvaccinated, out-of-state cops to join his highway patrol. Come on. Now, the governor does have one caveat, and that is they have to die of COVID before their pension kicks in. Okay. By the way, on this page, there's a joke that's like 15. I'm going to skip it.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Last one. Here we go, and then we're going to do the show. Be ready, Steve. You're doing it. Want to be glad you live here, by the way. 3 people are dead and 450 are injured in Aswan, Egypt, after a severe storm pissed off a horde of scorpions who took to the streets and started stinging anyone they came across. Hordes of scorpions. The fat-tailed scorpion is one of the most deadly in the world. A spokesman in Egypt said, Take your people and go, Moses.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Brad Tassell.
Brad Tassell.
Yay.
I'm glad I recorded that for posterity. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Steve. By the way, we're both dressed like it's Christmas, and he's got a Hanukkah thing, and we're going to talk about that later. But now you're going to do your opening for Top 10, and I'm taking myself out.
That's right, it's Top 10 time here at the Big Virtual Comedy Show. And tonight's very exciting because ordinarily my top 10 topic is just a few words and then we do 10 jokes on that. But tonight, the top 10 topic is a mile long, and while Brad was doing his monologue, I came up with an 11th one. So, everybody get ready. Here we go. Tonight's category is Top 10 Stupid Things My Parents Wouldn't Let Me Do When I Was 17, which made me mad when I was 17, but which it turns out were really stupid, and they were right, and I was really stupid when I was 17. Here we go. Number 10. Former Yoko Ono tribute band. Can't believe I was even considering it. Number 9. Organize a senior class trip to Tijuana. Number 8. Blow most of my college fund on Def Leppard tickets. I had a plan. Goes with number 7. Complete my education at Trump University. Hey, who's making a lot of noise?
It's Jim, I think.
Somebody's making a lot of noise. I think it's Jim.
I got him.
Yeah? Okay, thank you very much. Carrying on. Number 6. March on Washington to demand McRib all year round.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's still making noise.
Lydia. Linda.
We'll see. I've muted someone. It's just fun muting people in between. Hey, let's go to the one I just wrote. This would be number 5.5. Open a Tyson Toad Ranch franchise. These are the top 10 stupid things my parents wouldn't let me do when I was 17. Number 5. Invest in hot new trend, Rubik's lawn darts. Really just, you throw 6 of them at once. Number 4. Work tirelessly to keep Texas from seceding. That was stupid. Number 3. Become the new Evel Knievel, but on a unicycle.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
That could have worked out.
This is what I was stupid. Okay. Number 2. Buy up stock in Blockbuster Video. And the number 1 stupid thing my parents wouldn't let me do when I was 17. Have my mom drive me to a riot with a loaded AR-15 a friend bought for me because it's illegal for me to have it, so I can help.
Yeah. We're glad you didn't do that.
Yeah.
That would have been a mistake.
Although, how was all that Enron stock working out for you?
Ah, oh, you have no idea. And neither do I.
But that was very funny, Steve.
Thank you, Brad.
And you know what? What Steve does every week is he puts together a list of what's going to happen in this show. And it is very detailed and long, and none of us look at it. So what's next, Steve?
Next is our friend Lauren, and let's do our
Hey, Lauren.
intro music for Lauren.
It's our musical guest. Our musical guest.
Bring her in.
Sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest.
Oh, you wrote me a whole song.
I did.
Oh, I'm honored. Well, hi everybody. For those who don't know me, I'm Lauren. Lauren Mayer. Not my name isn't musical guest. Actually, I thought I would clarify that. And I write songs every week based on current events, which, if you follow the news, you know how sometimes disturbing that can be. But I feel like it is incumbent upon all of us to maintain civility. As Michelle Obama would say, when they go low, we go high. So here is my civilized, elegant, I hope, response to some of what's been going on in the news lately. So here
All right, here it goes.
Our country's become so divided today, with Nutty conspiracies spreading away. Reading each story, I just want to say, what the hell is wrong with you people? Parents who rant at school boards till they're weary about sex ed or trans kids or critical race theory. Their bad behavior inspires this query. What the hell is wrong with you people? About Biden's travel, these hypocrites sound off at his mental state they like to hammer. While their guy spent most of his time playing golf, while he struggled with spelling and grammar, and geography, and basic knowledge of how the government works, etc. Meanwhile, they're stirring up silly culture war friction offended by superhero depiction. Why are they freaked out about works of fiction? Cartoon characters can be any gender and color they want, and while we're on the subject, Santa isn't white! What the hell is wrong with you people? Claiming mask mandates and vaccines violate their right to self-determination, while jumping at every chance to regulate what women do regarding procreation. And now they're starting to try to ban birth control, and don't get me started on those dress codes that are just for girls. Formerly sane politicians endorse the big lie with false claims of fraud that makes us wonder why. Is that narcissist the hill on which they want to die? And with all the vaccine denial, that's not just a figure of speech. Anyone sane whose brain isn't asleep will scream, what the hell is wrong with you people?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you just come up with that? That's like you've been working on that forever, and then you just did it this week.
I released it about a month ago, maybe 3-4 weeks ago. But yeah, it's been simmering for a long time. That's my I'm mad as hell and I can't take it anymore song. I cannot wait to see what you do, Steve.
Well, it's going to have nothing to do with that, except the very tenuous connection. What the hell is wrong with you people had a lot of references to people being illiterate, not knowing how to use grammar, and being dumb while they espouse their insanity. Am I right? Did I hear that correct?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Another one of our favorite people who's very much into grammar and such is our friend Weird Al. And so I would like to do a medley of 12 Weird Al songs in 3 minutes. And I have not practiced this, so I don't know how this is going to go. How come you're always such a fussy young man? Don't want no Captain Crunch, don't want no Raisin Bran. Well, don't you know that other kids are starving in Japan, so eat it. Don't you tell me you're full, just eat it. Eat it, eat it, eat it. Don't you make me repeat it. Have a banana, have a whole bunch. It doesn't matter what you have for lunch, just eat it. Well, I'm yelling and I'm playing, but I don't know what I'm saying. Here's a message I'm conveying. Can you tell me what I'm saying? No, I'm going to the hardware store. People say I'm a freak, a moronic little geek, an annoying pipsqueak with an unfortunate physique. But the Frenchies think that my poop don't stink. I'm a genius in France. Talk with your mouth full, bite the hand that feeds you, bite off more than you can chew. Dare to be stupid, dare to be stupid. Another comes on, another one rides buzz. Hey, I'm gonna sit by you, another one rides buzz. I just can't understand it. Why won't you return my phone calls? Are you still mad I gave a mohawk to your cat? Oh, Melanie, what can the problem be? Sweet Melanie, why won't you go out with me? I'm driving a truck, driving a big old truck, pedal to the metal, hope I don't run out of luck. Wearing feather boas with sequins and chiffon, driving a truck with my high heels on. Hey! Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to educate you, gonna familiarize you with the nomenclature. You'll use the definitions of nouns and prepositions. Literacy is your mission, and that's why I think it's a good time. And he smiled as he said, with a twinkle in his eye, Merry Christmas, y'all, now you're all gonna die. The night Santa went crazy, the night Saint Nick went insane. Realized he'd been getting a raw deal. Something finally must have snapped in his brain. I know Darth Vader's really got you annoyed, but remember, if you kill him, then you'll be unemployed. Oh, my Yoda. Yo, 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 Yoda. Yo, 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 Yoda. They see me mowing my front lawn. I know that they're thinking I'm too wide and nerdy. Things are too wide and nerdy. Things are too wide and nerdy. Oh, gee, I'm wide and nerdy. Look at me, I'm wide and nerdy. Hey.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Steve,
made up
that
for
was
Lack
incredible.
of relevance with way too much stuff.
Wow.
Steve,
Okay, so I wanted to do something that really related to Steve's song, and the two salient characteristics of that are beside it being brilliant. So I hope this is. But the two biggest things about Steve's song is that it's an incredible amount of lyrics, and it has turned it like Weird Al into a very unlikely rock star. So, and also that, you know, a lot of the Weird Al stuff is from the 80s and 90s. So this is actually a song I wrote in about that same time with a little bit of an update. And it is my attempt to become an unlikely pop star with a lot of words. So here we go. Other rap groups come from off the street. They got a punky look and a funky beat. Socially significant and angry too, but I can't relate to that. Can you? Here's a new rap, but I should warn ya. I'm a nice Jewish girl from Southern California. My new sound has a different lilt. It doesn't have soul, but it sure has guilt. Oy vey, oy vey, oy vey. Hey, oy vey, I broke a nail. Lawman's is having a clearance sale. That outfit's terrific. Where did you buy it? I lost 10 pounds on the Scarsdale diet. Could you die? Could you die? Could you die? Hey. Am I doing this right?
Floss, yeah.
When I first heard rap, what a fateful day. I threw all of my Celine Dion records away. But how do you get into the groove and all when you learned about life in a shopping mall? Well, with my song, you can all join the fun. Rap can adapt to everyone. Mine may not be what you'd expect, but you've got to admit it's grammatically correct for sure. For sure. For sure. Everybody, oi, they, I broke a nail. Lawman's is having a clearance sale. That dress is terrific. Where did you buy it? I lost 20 pounds on the South Beach diet. Could you die? Could you die? Could you die? Well, now that my song is on the map, everybody is into the white bread rap. Michael Bublé does it with a 40-piece band, and Beyonce is next, I understand. Adele does her rap like a dramatic saga. Katy Perry, Bruno Mars, and of course Lady Gaga. The range of styles is quite a gift. Last week I even taught it to Taylor Swift. Shake it off, get you say. Shake it off, get down. Shake it off, what you say? Shake it off, get down and say, hey, they, I broke a nail. Lawman's is having a clearance sale. That outfit's terrific. Oh, where did you buy it? I lost 30 pounds on the keto diet. Could you die? Could you die? Could you die? Oh my God!
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Thank you.
I decided to change faiths all during that song.
That's good.
See, now you're all honorary Jews.
The best part was the choreography by Bob Fosse, everybody.
Yes.
The Flossie, yeah, the Bob Flossie, yeah. Oh, man, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
It was.
Let's hear it for Lauren Mayer, everybody.
Yay!
All right. Steve, are you dealing with this? All right, good. Well, that was fantastic. We're doing good so far, Steve.
You sound so surprised. It's only our 81st show.
I know, and it's first time it's been good. Okay, so now what are we doing? We have a headliner.
Well, we got to welcome Kevin and Liz to the Better Late Than Never Club. Yay!
No, Kevin told me
Glad you guys
that
could-
they would be late.
But you are just in time for our headliner. Let's run the music for our headliner.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Thursday. Yeah.
Bill Van Teeth!
We Thanks, guys. My goodness, what an amazing show, both from a technical standpoint and a talent standpoint. Just going to tell one joke and then leave. Thankfully, I got an 8-minute joke, so sit back, put your feet up. I dressed up for you. These are always important to me, and I like to show that I understand how much effort you put into it. So there you go. I wore my favorite tie. I got this in first grade. I'm really tall, and the tie is really short. All right. Seriously, I really got this in first grade. It's a clip-on. I take good care of my stuff. I still have my original umbilical cord. My mom pressed it between 2 pieces of wax paper. It looks kind of like a piece of bacon now. My dog got a hold of it. He's always hungry, that one. I wish I had a dog. I don't mind telling you, I've been a little depressed lately. I tried therapy. I thought it was just a premise for comedians. Huh. Turns out it was. We mostly just argued. My therapist said, "You don't smile enough." I said, "Tell funnier jokes." He said, "If you keep talking to me like that, I can't see you." I said, "You mean my sarcasm is affecting your eyesight?" He said, "It's not sarcasm, it's facetiousness. You're trying to be funny." I said, "Well, at least one of us is." I tried smiling more. That lasted about 5 minutes. I caught sight of myself in the mirror. I looked like an idiot. I used to have a wonderful smile. Now I'm so old, it's like every time I do it, it's like rictus. What's rictus, old man? You'll find out. Well, I've always been kind of sensitive, a little prickly about people pointing out my straight face. I was on an elevator with a lady I never met before. She took one look at my face and said, "Oh, come on, it can't be that bad." Remember, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. And my face is much stronger than yours, isn't it? Off the elevator pretty quick. At least I have a sense of humor. I figure I got that from my grandfather, Granddaddy Van T. When I was about this big, Granddaddy noticed I like to jump up and down on my bed, so he installed a ceiling fan. Ow. You can jump higher than that, boy. Don't be a quitter. Springtime, Philip. Let's go down to the swamp. Gonna teach you how to make quicksand angels. That was an old one. Still works. See what happens? Girl that doesn't have anything to do with anything in reality. See, 100 years later, you could do it again. Grandpa used to tease Grandma too. She'd go to bed at night, put her dentures in a glass of water. He'd put them in the freezer. Boys, a smile sickle. How do you like that? Oh, like father, like son, or like grandson. I was a class clown. 7th grade English teacher told us that over in Britain, they call the police department the local constabulary. She said, "Philip, rise and use constabulary in a sentence." Okay. Mo said I could stab you, Larry, and Curly can't do anything about it. Fewer and fewer people do now, you know. Who's the Three Stooges, old man? Get off my lawn. Although I'm writing a lot of material about getting creaky joints and walking with a cane and all sorts of stuff like that. And I thought, yeah, okay, we can make just about anything funny. The new stuff is going over well in comedy clubs and even active senior centers, because they're like, oh, we can relate. But I tried this getting old material in an extended care senior health facility that I was booked in recently. I died 1,000 deaths. talking about, oh, I got this pain cream and it gets on my clothes, and now these hearing aids, and all I got was, oh, boo-hoo! You walked in here. We're tied to our beds. We have a machine and a tube in every orifice. Just quit your whining and do a dance or something. Don't think I didn't do a dance. I know one or two. I share some of these jokes. I test them out on Facebook before I put them out there. I know everybody hates Facebook and whatever they call it, Meta or whatever. But I'm old, so I'm not allowed to use Instagram at my age. That's actually one of the rules, one of the old guy rules. There's a new list for you, Steve. Nobody tells you about any of this stuff when you're a kid, but on the day you turn 65, a guy shows up at your door with a bunch of pamphlets. Old guy rules. Rule number 1, no Instagram, check, covered. Rule number 2, always wear a belt and suspenders. Yes, I'm going out tonight, so yes. Okay. I don't know if that showed up, and if it didn't, it probably looked really weird. So rule number 3, you must have a pot belly big enough to hold triplets. Check. Make a good use of it, though, because I found out that when I laugh real long and hard, I can just go, oh, like that. And it's pretty cool. The extended care ones that told me to go pound salt laughed at that one. It's funny because he's out of shape, even though he's allowed to still walk around. He'll be with one of us. And what are you guys talking about? I can't hear you. Most important old guy rule: always take a picture of your food and post it on Facebook. I don't even bother taking it out of the paper sack anymore. I just click, hey, what is it? I don't know. I like to be surprised. I seriously really like Facebook. I keep up with my friends. I learn a little bit of news and a whole bunch of jokes and artwork, and it can be kind of spooky, don't get me wrong. I sent someone a request to like my page, but I didn't know they had died. Now my page is haunted. There's nobody at Facebook that you can call and talk to about that. So. My wife is in Facebook jail. Yeah, jail. I applied for a conjugal visit. He blocked me. There's nobody at Facebook you can call and talk to about that. I said, you blocked me? She said, don't feel bad. Sometimes when a person is trying to click unfriend, they accidentally click block instead. Touche. Love you too, baby. I still get friend requests from some of the kids I grew up with. None of us are kids anymore. I took a lot of pictures at the reunion, and on the plane home, I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, who are all these old people? I realized they were all selfies. I realized I never went to my reunion. Still can't explain the plane. Sometimes being old is like being on drugs, especially if you're on drugs. That's another old guy rule. You must take copious amounts of pills and vitamins. I got it down to where I just do a one a day now. It's called a micro dose. Yeah, one of the young comedians told me about it. It makes the second part of my day pretty happy. Most of the new comics I work with are the same age as my grandson. Ain't that a kick in the pants? Last week, one of them told me I was their parents' favorite comic. All I could think was, shouldn't that be you? I've been at this 47 years, man and boy. No brag, just fact. you can reframe that. I like to say I've cleverly eluded fame for close to 50 years. Hopefully this appearance here won't screw up my record.
Not to worry.
Not to worry.
I don't want to retire. People keep saying, "Aren't you eventually?" No, never. I'm still coming up with new adventures. When I turned 64, I dyed my hair blue and I applied for an office job. Never had one before. I put down on the application that I was disabled, so I figured I wouldn't get it, but I got it. And when the guy told me, I said, "That disabled thing, that's cool." He says, "Oh yeah, it turns out we needed one of those." Now we're compliant. Yeah, that's it. You're welcome. He said, "So what's up with the blue hair?" I said, "Well, I tried blue lipstick, but every time I fell asleep at the mall, I'd wake up to a paramedic giving me mouth to mouth. So not anything wrong with that, you know. It's just let me know your preferred pronouns, and we're off to the races." So the first day of this office job, I go in and I show them how tough I am. I said, "Okay, listen up, everybody. I came here to drink coffee and pee, and I'm all out of coffee." So I wonder if I qualified for medical insurance. You know, if you count the interview, I was there for like at least 45 minutes. Yeah, it's got to count for like an aspirin or something. I like to tell people I left that job in the dust, but that just makes me laugh out loud because I walk really slow. I walk slower than zombies. Which used to scare me, but then my wife said, "Don't worry, they're after brains." Yeah, I'm on my third wife now. No brag, just fact. Probably ought to divorce those other two pretty quick. More mail for you, honey. Nah, I know who it's from. Yeah. My current wife is real hard to impress. I almost did it yesterday though. I was coming home from my walk, and someone had paid did a very romantic thing. They paid a skywriter to write right above our apartment. It said, "I love you" in sky smoke there. So I took credit for it. By the time I got upstairs and convinced her to go out on the balcony and look, though, it said, "I love you, Edgar." But that's not how you spell genie. So I almost had her convinced that Edgar was the name of the pilot and he was just signing his work. I never want to fight with my wife, but you know, stuff just happens. So like she said, "Is my butt too big?" I said, "Not for that body." That wasn't me trying to be mean. I was just trying to be logical. She said, "Do you realize what you just said?" I said, "I don't remember, but is it going to go in the act?" Gave me permission. I don't want to creep anyone out, but I love my wife's butt, okay? That was like the first memory I ever had of her. I was hanging out on Fort Myers Beach, and she invited me to her apartment to have a home-cooked meal. She's a heck of a cook. And first image I have keyed into my brain is her bending over the stove. She's opened the oven, and she's pulling out this killer pie, right? She's wearing this little mini skirt, and I'm sorry, that's burned into my memory. To this day, 30 years later, I still, you know, it's still really cool to see her pulling out a pie. I used to be able to see the stove. Right. I wish for all of you health and happiness and strength and clarity. I wish for you. Of course, my uncle used to say, wish in one hand and spit in the other, see which one fills up faster. So, of course, his version of that was a lot more crude.
Yes.
I don't even bother spitting anymore. I just, I will spit in both hands, but I'll immediately roll up my sleeves and I wonder why I didn't do that before I spit in both hands. I couldn't ask for a sweeter audience, and Brad and Steve, you're the ones who always make it happen. By the way, Brad, from now on, whenever a joke of mine bombs on stage, I'm going to do the little washing the ducks motion. That was my favorite part so far, and thank you so much for that. Take care, everybody. Happy New Year.
Phil Van
Nice Thanksgiving. Happy holidays, Phil.
So what Phil was saying was that all of my jokes died. So washing the duck.
the duck washer.
The duck wash. That's the duck wash.
Can I say something that I meant to say earlier and that Phil just reminded me of?
What?
I've never been in Facebook jail, but in the past week, I've received a warning twice. Never gotten a warning ever in my life.
Ooh.
The first one, you guys know Dale Jones. He's a comedian. He's a friend of ours. And he goes by the moniker Monkey Boy sometimes. So he posted something that he was happy about, something that happened. I went, my whole post was, go Monkey Boy. Yeah. Then another, we have a thread of people who are just doing quotes from the movie Moonstruck. Everybody remember the movie Moonstruck? Hair and
Yes.
Cage, and everybody's posting quotes and la 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 ha ha. We're all fans, ha ha. I posted, old man, if you give that dog another piece of my food, I'm gonna kick you till you're dead. That's considered hate speech.
Wait, all you got was a warning?
Yeah.
Well, I posted after I spent 24 hours. Okay, so a dude I know, a comedian, he put on Facebook, goodbye, you will never hear from me again. So we're all like, holy crap, what's going on? So I take all day. I'm on a ship. I'm paying money. I have to get a hold of people. I can't find it. I finally find his thing. We get a hold of Carnival because we finally get a hold of him. And he goes, oh no, I was leaving Facebook. So I put, thank God he's okay because I'm going to kill him. And I got banned for 24 hours. They wouldn't let me do anything for 24 hours.
Wow.
God bless America.
Everybody. Let's
Yay for the Facebook police, but then all that hate crap goes out.
Well, when it comes to complaining about stuff, we are in good hands because it's time for a Patti Melt.
It's time for a Patti Melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Melt.
From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says,
And politicians getting caught
grabbing asses.
She's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez, Patti Melt.
You know, there were so many things I was thinking up until the last moment. I was going to talk about this article a great friend of mine wrote. Her name is Susanna Lee. She's been a comedian since the 90s like me, talking about what it's like to be a comic on the road when bookers won't book you again because you won't sleep with them, or you wake up in a comedy condo with a guy on top of you. And it's fun. I was going to talk about that. And then I thought, you know what? I'll talk about what just happened tonight, because my husband called me as I was finishing up my little radio show. And he said, hey, what time are you coming home? And I'm like, I'm finishing some stuff up here. I said, why? He said, well, someone's parked in our handicap spot in front of our house. And should I go door to door and ask if anyone knows who that might be in their home, maybe a friend visiting? And I was like, I'll be there in a minute. So I drove home and I had a car standoff with an empty car. I parked my car perpendicular to his, got my mom's car, drove around. For those of you who don't know me, I have a beautiful son. His name is Declan. He's 16 years old. He is severely disabled and in use of a wheelchair. So when people park in front of our house, we don't know if it's going to be 10 minutes or an hour or all night. And I know that when people park in those spots, they're like, I'm just going to be here for a second, or no one's using it. That's my favorite. No one's using it right now. You know why they're not using it? They're not there yet. That spot is not for you. And then I get this thing. I've gotten this thing once where I get in a car and someone will say, I have had this. You've heard all the stories. I'll tell you the stories. I got out of the car and I was walking around the van to go to Declan's side, but they only saw me and they said, what are you parking in that spot? You look fine. And that's just one of the times that someone's called me. I'm parking in a handicapped spot, but someone parks in front of my house. We're going to have problems. And here's the thing. I don't want to just call and have them ticketed or have them towed because they know it's us. If they're out of money, I don't want to do it to somebody. So I had a standoff with an empty car. I had a car parked perpendicular. I brought another car around, parked next to it. And this guy comes out, sees all the flashing lights around his car. He goes, and like swaggers toward me, and says, maybe saw a baseball hat first and goes, is there a problem here? Is it? Oh, because you feeling threatened, are you? How do you think we feel every time we're parking in a spot we know we're being judged or we pull up someplace, but in front of, no, you do not come in front of my house and say, is there a problem here? Anyway, I was going to tell you about that. Instead, I want you guys just got me again with the Facebook police. I also have never been in Facebook jail. Once I have one photo that was reported. I posted a picture of myself getting a mammogram, and someone had to report it in order for me to get notified of that. But to Steve's point and to Brad's point, we've never talked much about what happened at my last employer at WGN Radio. I, maybe after 6 years of verbal abuse, sexual harassment, actually being assaulted, I reported a coworker for verbal abuse, and but they wouldn't do anything about it. They were like, oh, we know. And I told them, I said, I've paid the price to be here. I have put up with my executive grabbing my ass and telling me, well, I can't use the language, but it would cost him a lot in his divorce for him to be with me, was what he said in front of other management. So when I say I just posted on Facebook, the only time they ever responded was when I said, quick question, when someone says, okay, boss, do you take it as a term of endearment or go F yourself, asking for a woman who's tired of BS? And people started responding, well, it depends. Or, and then someone wrote off with his head. And I wrote, that would cost me a lot in Griffin's tuition. It would cost me Griffin's tuition. Meaning if I do anything to defend myself, to demand respect, that I would be fired. No. WGN Radio decided that meant I was threatening to hire someone to kill him because apparently they never saw Alice in Wonderland or have off with his head as a term of I can't be a diva was what I was saying. I can't be a diva. There was a order against me. I'm fine. I'm fine. Hi, I'm fine. So you and your Facebook police in jail, restraining order during Christmas time. I had to walk out my back. Anyway, I'm fine. I was never served. Hi, everyone. You never heard that story. I didn't swear, right? I did that. I'm fine.
That was fantastic. Wow.
So, I have a question now.
Yep.
So
ask all the questions.
Outside the front of your house, you have a handicap spot for you, and
we have. Yes, it's just like any handicap spot, but there's two of them, so it demarks the spot. Yeah, we've had it there for 7 years.
You know what? You should just have them towed because this is silly. Who cares what it costs them?
I know. I will. But I love it. My husband's like, should we go door to door and ask? Hey, it's 30 degrees in Chicago. I'm not. And it's all two flats. I got to ring everyone's bell. I don't want to tow you. Hey, not for nothing. I don't want to tow you. Hey, is that your car? Hey, not for nothing. I can't.
Yeah. But have them actually towed. That's what I say.
I know. I felt like parking all the cars around him with flashing lights was a shot shot across the bow.
Okay.
I have 3 things I want to say.
Yes.
First of all, that was the meltiest melt I've ever heard. That was fantastic. Second, I love that you got Christmas and Hanukkah behind you. Well done. Way to pay attention. And third, you're headlining Zanies this weekend.
No, not this weekend. December 7th.
That's what I said.
December 7th. Yes, I'll be at
Everybody in
Zanies.
Chicago, go.
Yes, and in Rosemont, I'll be featuring for Kevin Bozeman the 2nd through the 5th. So comedy shows, and I'll be in Delavan. I'm not sure where that venue is this Saturday. I should really have a website.
I don't even know what that is. What's a Delavan?
Delavan, Wisconsin. Hey, can I just say, since we were talking about AOC, I actually purchased her. This is the lip color that AOC wears. Just so
it looks good. Looks good. Yeah.
Cool.
I need that. I want that too.
Extra meltiness.
It's Stila's beso, which means kiss in Spanish.
So,
Beso.
I was going to ask you to put it in the chat, but that's even better. I will.
There you go.
some.
Yes.
In the chat.
Patty, we
I
should
would
talk
get some
about
if I didn't already
baloney
have
and
a whole
cars parked in front of your house.
There's
I
many.
gotta wait for you.
Yeah.
Steve, get rid of everybody.
Get rid of everybody.
Everybody. Bye, Patty. You rock. Wait, I'm
Bye,
trying.
Patty.
There
Thank
we go.
you.
There she goes.
Steve,
And
get rid of yourself.
here goes me. I'm gone.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brad Tassell, and Patty's melting so much, she needs money to pay to get cars towed. So what I want you to do is go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click donate to the comedians, or whatever the heck it says. It says donate to the show.
I believe that's what it says.
Whatever it says. Go there and donate, and we split the money up between all the comics. And obviously, Phil Van T is very old, and he needs money because he's got a lot of health issues. And of course, Lauren Mayer has to pay for dance lessons. So that's great. She's looking great.
And I'm old too.
And lipstick.
Too. But she looks fantastic. So please, if you get a chance, do that because we love money. And that would be nice of us. And it's almost Christmas, and I have a daughter who wants a brand new car. Okay, so anyway. Not getting it. So, all right. Steve, is that it? I don't, and by the way, stick around because at the end of the show, at the end of the Thursday song, we're coming back with Kvetchman's Carol, Christmas meets Hanukkah. So, okay. Yeah. So, Steve, are you going to play my worst joke?
We'll do the dumb joke thing, and here we go.
Go.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke.
Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
Hey, 2 American tourist dudes were arrested after breaking into the Roman Colosseum to drink beer this week. The police were called by passerbys who saw the men climb a fence. The fine would have been the only punishment, but the men compounded their crime by telling the police a joke where the punchline was gladiator.
Oh.
So they were
Have a very merry Thursday. It's a special time of week when Thursday bells are pealing and life no longer seems so bleak. Let's open up our presents and carve our Thursday goose and wait for Father Thursday to arrive upon his moose.
You know, we tried to incorporate all the wonderful family traditions that people associate with Thursday.
Thursday comes but once a week, but do not shed a tear, 'cause there are more than 50 Thursdays packed in every year, and every single one of them is full of mirth and glee. So stuff your face and break some wind and join the revelry. Have a very merry Thursday. Put on your orange fez and decorate the Thursday tree with milk, bone, spam, and pez. Once you've curled your mustache and donned your Thursday clothes, I'll catch you 'neath the mistletoe and punch you in the nose.